Hey guys, and welcome to another Schematics update. This time we want to talk about Planet Coaster's World's Fair pack. It's out a couple of days, we know we are late, but we didn't have the time to look it up earlier. So now we are here, and it's me, AdfoTV, and I'm joined by Blind and Fog. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello there.
I think more than anything, the reason it takes us a little bit longer is we kind of like to let things sink in a little bit. And then you also have to get all of us into one room.
Right.
So we've had the chance to talk about it off stream. Let's talk about it now.
Alright, first of all, full disclosure, Blind and me got a key from Frontier, thanks for that, and Fog didn't get a key because he didn't ask, I assume.
Yeah, no,
so he bought it.
I didn't ask, so I just went out and bought it for myself just to take a look, really.
Okay guys, let's start with the things we like about the World's Fair pack, and I'm gonna start with more varieties of shops. They added like 10 shops, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so they've added 10 shops, and they've also added 10 of the vending machines for each of the new brands or the new companies, almost.
That's a good thing, because you don't want to put a cheeky, what the fuck is wrong with me today? You don't want to put a cheeky, fuck. You don't want to put a cheeky in your German section of the park. That's just off. Now you have like Mr. Wurst or whatever he's called, the worst selling shop in your park, so that's better. Though I have to say there's no currywurst and no beer, so that's meh.
It's not true German, it's an imposter.
Yeah.
One thing I love about this pack is just the new designs on the new signs for the new for the new characters, for the new shops. They all look fantastic. They definitely fit into the Planet Coaster style, and they just look awesome. I love the artwork, especially the sushi place and the burrito place. They just have fantastic character design, fantastic looks. Hats off to Frontier for anything here. They do a great job making everything just fit together coherently, and this just fits.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. The main impression with this is the fact that they're adding so more is it just gives a bit more variety and a bit more ease of use if you're trying to go for a certain theme, certain country, of which there are 10 themes, if I'm correct, through this World Fair pack. Now, I have gone on record as likening this to Epcot, and this is the ultimate pack to try and recreate your own version of Epcot. There's a good amount of themes. There's themes such as Japan, you've got Germany, you've got England, where you've got some kind of Victorian and Georgian architecture. There's also some Moroccan, there's potentially Italian as well. So the scope of what they've been trying to cover in this pack is quite large, and I think we will get onto that in a little bit of detail further in the video, but for the amount of variety in this pack, it's really good.
And I think that's where we start to see this pack's downfalls, actually. As you said, there is a lot of variety in this pack, and some of the sets are pretty well established. You get a decent variety of pieces. However, everything just feels very small. Like, there isn't enough variety in each one of the packs. Frontier always likes to boast that the number of items that they're adding into the pack, in this case over 300 items, just like the previous ones. Well, none of the themes go far enough. If this was only 5 themes or 3 themes, it would be a lot better and you'd have nice filled out sets, but unfortunately a lot of the themes are lacking.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you have like one set of walls basically for each theme, if I'm correct, and that's simply not enough to get good variety in there, and it's kind of sad, honestly.
I mean, I think what they're going for is they're expecting you to be using the pieces from previous packs in kind of a combination with these new ones, but at the same time, in previous packs we had very fully featured sets, and you could pretty much build stuff out of nothing but the sets. Like, I think back to the Spooky Pack a while ago, you could just take the Spooky Pack and build with nothing but the Spooky Pack for a good couple hours and come out with something cool. Even more recent ones like Studios, you could build with nothing but Studios. I don't think you could do that here. And even if you look at their pre-built buildings, they're using a lot of older pieces. Like, they're not even able to use those sets entirely by themselves.
Interesting you bring up the Spooky Pack, just because of the Spooky Pack had some interesting takes on the rides and attractions that came featured as part of that update. Advo, do you want to talk about what they've added to this one?
Oh yeah, they added 2 coasters and the People Mover, basically, so a transport ride. The People Mover is good. What I've seen so far, it's an interesting style. I really like the style of the supports, actually.
I love the look of the people mover personally.
Yeah.
The only issue I really have with the people mover is it's going to be for a very specific style of player.
Yeah.
So there are like 1 in 5 people who are actively playing Planet Coaster now is losing their mind that they have this now, and everybody else is like me is just kind of like,
For me, that's not the issue. The people mover isn't the issue. The issue for me is like the 2 coasters. They kind of, announce them as 2 separate coasters, but in reality,
they're reskins.
Yeah, they're simply reskins. Both are motorcycle coasters and both are different motorcycles, but it's simply the same coaster, so that feels a little cheap, honestly.
I kind of hope in post train swapping world where we've seen the boomerang coasters with the Bolt and the Trident cars. Those coasters on their own, they can stand alone because they do different things.
Yeah.
One is a reverse boomerang coaster and one is actually just a normal corkscrew coaster forward layout. I kind of was hoping that they would do something along the lines of this.
And now, I kind of talked about this earlier, but I think I just really need to drill home that there is a very wide variety of themes, and it just feels like none of them have been fleshed out.
Yeah.
Whenever I see a new pack, one of the things that I always get the most excited about is new foliage and new extra little pieces and doohickeys. We have 1 vehicle, 1 car. We have a boat, which I would never use. We have a very small variety of foliage. We do, however, have a cover for the base of a tree, but most of the trees in the game don't fit in it. It's just a very weird pack overall with the UGC content coming. It almost feels like Frontier just had a whole bunch of ideas for various different packs and had a whole bunch of prototyped ideas and just kind of took them all, added a few more around the edges, and mashed them together into one big pack. I think the biggest problem with this pack is it has this theme going for it, and they want it to be this big cool thing, and it just completely misses the mark on every single one of the themes. So in the end, you just kind of have nothing to work with any of them. And overall, I'm just kind of closing out here on my opinion, but I'm just disappointed. And this kind of goes into your next topic here, Adfo, about the pricing.
Basically, 1 coaster, 1 track ride, a couple of unfinished themes, which I totally agree with you. But hey, you have 97 signs for your shops now. So that's the biggest variety of signs we got here, but you can't use them for other stuff than the shops, basically. So yeah, it feels super expensive in the end for what we got and what we can use it for.
The pieces just aren't as multi-purpose as previous packs.
Yeah, they aren't.
They're pretty heavily forced into one theme.
Yeah, sadly.
Just to kind of go on the record of my opinion, I feel this pack had me wanting more than it gave me. It feels sucky to say that, but like I was hoping that there would be more to it. I've spoke with a few people in the community about this pack in particular, and the impressions I've got is that this pack is great if you're playing the game. It's a continuation on maybe items that you've tried to make but have had trouble for whatever reason, or even a better version of the one that you've made. We've seen creators like Silverette make really detailed oriental roofing. This is now an easier way to do that, and I kind of like the fact that you could maybe have both. To my own trumpet, I've made a telephone box. Now, instead of having to spend hours working on a scaled telephone box, there is one available to you. It feels that this pack is aimed more at the convenience. You're almost paying for the convenience rather than having to spend hours of research and development into making it work.
Planet convenience?
Planet convenience, yes. Nice. So the motorcycle coaster is cool to have now. It's going to be the challenge of working out how you can implement it. And the people mover, I do like that that's in the game as well. A lot of people have been asking for it.
Yeah.
The custom pieces of that are cool. The supports are really cool. I just feel I need to see some creators do something really good with it until I pass for proper judgment on both the coasters and the people mover.
So guys, we kind of talked about everything we have here on our list, so let's do a conclusion round. Is it worth it, and who should buy it? We kind of already answered both questions, I think, but still, I kind of want to have it as conclusion to wrap up the episode. Falk, maybe you. Is it worth it?
At this moment in time, I would say hold your horses on the pack. I want to see what they do with the Theme Makers Toolkits. They might have done the pack a slight discredit by mentioning the Theme Makers Toolkit prior to its launch, because that's now on everybody's minds as well as this pack. It's opening questions, and I don't know. I think give this pack time and see what Frontier do next.
Blind, who should buy the pack?
I don't know. That's a really weird question.
Yeah.
Theme Makers Toolkit's around the corner. If you want the shops, if for whatever reason you're dying for more Planet Coaster themed shops, that's the only reason to buy it. Or if you really need that people mover, or the 2 coasters, yeah, if you need that type of coaster specifically for whatever reason. If I was in Vogg's position, I don't think I would have bought it. I mean, admittedly, out of the 3 of us, I am the least frequent player at this point. I occasionally will open the game up and build a roller coaster. I find it hard to recommend this pack, really, at this point, and I think that that's unfortunate because I do genuinely like the game, and I want to see products that I would want to buy coming out of Frontier for Planet Coaster.
Yeah.
This one just seems weird, and that's all I can say. It's the least coherent of the packs, and that's really what I want from these packs, is coherency. Something that inspires me to build something. Studio sure as hell did.
Spooky did as well.
Yeah, Adventure did.
Adventure definitely did.
Yeah.
This is not really inspiring anything.
Okay, so yeah, my conclusion is basically the same as yours. I feel this pack gives you the least value for its price. I wouldn't say there is a type of player who per se needs this pack. I agree with you, Blind. If you really need the people mover, okay, sure, go ahead, buy the pack. If you really need the coasters, sure, whatever. If you want to buy the pack for the building pieces, maybe not so much. If you need the shops, sure. But that's about it. There is no reason for me to buy it now, looking towards end of the year with the Theme Makers Toolkit. Wait for that. You might get a good variety of new items. I know a lot of content creators that already plan out to make crazy stuff with the Theme Makers Toolkit, so wait for that. I feel bad saying that, to be honest, because I really like Frontier. I like what they did with Planet Coaster, and yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah.
The closing comment that I want to say is this is not something worth missing, but it's something worth giving a bit of time to think about and base it on the other decisions and the other things that Frontier have in the pipeline. So this is one to watch this space with.
Wonderful. Let's wrap this up, guys. First of all, thanks Falk and Blind talking with me about the Planet Coaster World's Fair pack. Thanks a lot to you out there for listening to us and watch our videos. If you enjoyed the video, smash the hit the smash, and whatever button you can find wherever you can find.
Make sure it's not the close browser button though.
Yeah, now you can close the browser.
But if you open the browser, then we get another view out of it. Maybe another ad click as well, so like, maybe don't do that.
If you really enjoyed the video, you may want to consider doing the extra step over to Coffee to buy our editor, Ad, who's...
Just give us money.
Yeah, give us money. We like money. Ad likes money. Everybody likes money. Anyway, thanks a lot for listening again. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks guys, take care.
Like seriously, someone needs to pay my rent here.